Good morning, everyone. It is currently the morning of August 18th when I'm recording this, but today's video will be about yesterday's weather, which was on August 17th. As you're seeing up on screen right now, I have about a 9-hour radar loop. We didn't see any severe weather at all. I don't think any storms went severe warning yesterday, but we did see a couple that had special weather statements on them, and one of those with special weather statements managed to come right on through my area. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the storm started to weaken as it came in. As you will see during the video, we got a good few couple lightning strikes, but then after that it just kind of rained. So that's why there isn't much footage after the rain comes in, because there wasn't much interesting there. It was just rain. Now, in addition to that, we finally got a microphone specifically for the camera. It's not great. It's not as good as this one that I'm using from my computer, but it's a significant step up than from the one we had. And honestly, I'm just happy because you can actually understand what we're saying. The thunder comes out sounding a lot more crisp. It's just overall a lot better experience. So I hope you stick with me and enjoy today's video. Before we get into the video, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of analysis, even though there wasn't too much to analyze. And here we have the storm cell that came through us. Now, you see those yellows on the bottom? That is cloud tops in excess of 50,000 feet. It was a big storm, and then it just collapsed. So as you saw earlier, we were not the only area experiencing thunderstorms, and this special weather statement caught my eye for a storm up in Jacksonville, as it specifically states boundary collisions will likely strengthen storms. I can't remember if I've ever actually seen that in a warning message. That's very interesting.
Alright. As promised, I would continue this anytime I recorded. Let's get. We could do Chessie next time.
Yeah.
For now, let me introduce you to Frankie.
Frankie.
Oh, isn't he?
He's a huge bundle of joy.
Yeah. One of the youngest.
One of the younger ones.
Yeah.
It's a very handsome thing, though. Sweet, loud.
Very loud. Not as loud as that, but gets there.
He does. This guy's out a little bit of thunder.
Oh.
Short introduction.
That's about how much I did for Bodie. The thumbnail for yesterday's video actually had like a bolt, like a cloud hit air bolt.
Yeah.
That was only like halfway to the ground. Ugh. It's all bad. They look like alcoholics. Oh, perfect. Special weather statement for 20 more minutes. It's right on track to here. Perfect.
Lovely.
Yeah. This makes up for yesterday, and the storm's basically forming everywhere but here.
Yep.
Leading edge is about 7 miles away.
It's a good thunder.
You know, possibly hail in there? Maybe. Probably not. They said they weren't expecting severe weather tonight. But they say that a lot, and you see what happens. So.
Yeah.
Strong thunderstorm will impact northwestern Clay. So just Clay. Moving east at 25 miles per hour. Wind gust around 40 with excessive cloud to ground lightning. Now, if we really wanted to get a good view, we could go down the road and then go down Sand Ridge. It's really tempting. Honestly, no of cars. I want to drive back and
Got a good enough shot here. So we're just eating at HP. It's hard to back the fucking food accounts.
Oh. Oh, more.
Oh yeah.
Is there like a weather topic you'd want a video to be done on? by any chance? Like, I've been starting to do more different videos, like outside of
Hail.
Hail. I already did one.
Oh, you did?
That was the first severely overlooked I did, where I talked about a hailstorm that hit Jacksonville 3 years ago.
See, you need to go into more theories at some point. Because you know what I really want to see a video discussed on? Kessler syndromes. And
That might be better for the EAS channel than the weather one, though.
yeah,
to be fair.
probably. For those who do not know, I guess.
Go for it.
For those who don't know what a Kessler syndrome is, a Kessler syndrome is an event where debris in our atmosphere, or not in our atmosphere, but debris in our gravitational field begins to collide with each other, and it causes a domino effect where shit starts to impact. It will either grow in like size through cold welding, since there's no atmosphere up in space. Nice. And it will weigh so much that it starts to come down. And it can be a domino effect where essentially one large enough collision will cause other collisions, and it can be something that can be a global threat with how much just debris is in our gravitational field, because there's a lot.
Satellites, other space junk.
Yeah, just various space junk.
And that only gets worse the more shit we send out there.
It really is.
Granted, I unfortunately think that's kind of a necessary evil of doing this, like space exploration, but
To a degree, but I never really considered the factor of cold welding before until like fairly recently. Do you know what cold welding is?
no.
So the reason why metals don't connect with each other, just when you touch them together in our atmosphere, is because they form a layer of oxide by touching, oxygen in our atmosphere.
Right.
Out in space, there's nothing for it to touch, so you can take two bits of steel, touch them together, and they stick.
That's
They
crazy.
bond,
That's insane.
and it's called cold welding for that reason, because that oxide layer never forms.
Huh.
That's why those collisions can become catastrophic.
I did do a scenario on Kessler syndrome a really long time ago. I think maybe I could do a more updated one. But something I've always wanted to do was kinetic bombardment and the whole rods from God thing. There was an EAS creator, by some random chance you're watching this, I think it was Phoenix Fire or David RGD. Whoever it was a really nice scenario, and honestly just an interesting concept overall, because you can't really stop that. You can't stop a little tungsten rod going at Mach 10,
No.
like flying downwards. And even if you do hit it, I mean, yeah, you might knock it off course, but it's like you didn't.
A tumbling bullet can still go through.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's not like you disarmed or anything. There's no explosives. It's all about kinetic energy.
God, I can't believe it. The world's largest penny joke has really spanned. I don't know if you know about it. It's a simple Flip joke. It's if you had a penny that doubled in size every day, what would you do with it? Not like your value doubled. And
Just if the penny.
it's a penny. It's a penny that grows double in size every day. What would you do to stop the penny?
God.
I've heard a lot of theories. One of them is like melting it down so it's no longer a penny. Another one, the dumbest one, was put it in a bank.
They just have to deal with it.
You had to do a jokey ass scenario about the penny. Starts blocking out the sun.
Yeah, we'll just send it up in a spaceship and get it all first.
Send it up into the sun and just fucking like it grows large enough in the sun to like cleave it in half.
Oh my god.
The penny.
Actually, the penny would melt because it's just 90% of zinc, and that would melt on the surface of the sun.
Yeah, well, it's a penny that doubles in size every day, so it's already not lifelike. It's already beyond your comprehension.
Yeah, well, it's my scenario, so.
So, L, you get crushed by the penny.
Don't like it bigger.
You died by the penny. In my scenario.
It's so fucked up. You disagree with me, you die in the scenario.
Call it name, IP address, local address, and everything.
I can't wait till like EAS scenario beef reaches that point where it's just like start doing like calls like mid scenario,
Just undoxing each other mid scenario, reading out full fucking address and name.
You're just like they're
At
reading.
9:05
Like
a.m.
it's a completely conspicuous.
John Smith, located at 2458,
Hey, wait a second.
apartment number 16.
Hey, wait a second. Isn't that Clay's address? Well, we got to test out the microphone for sure, and we got a good couple lightning strikes already, so that's nice. You know, if there's something I've learned that yes, looking at radar is helpful and can tell us a lot about the storm we can't see from the ground. There's also a lot about it that we can't always tell as easily from the ground. Now, I'm sure like the higher level radars that like the National Weather Service and stuff have are a lot more accurate, but using services like Radarscope, the Weather Channel, specifically when it comes to tracking lightning and stuff like that, not always the most reliable. So it's good to have a ground view on that. Also, having a ground view helps you maybe see storms that are going to pop up before radar can catch them, because if there's no rain, regular radar won't pick it up. So you can always view echo tops. Storm's still looking pretty healthy on echo tops. $57,000 foot cloud tops. That's a big storm. Yeah, no, it's held together pretty well. Though it does look, either it could be wind gust or it could be an outflow from the storm starting to cycle, maybe weaken a little bit. On radar, I'm starting to see the beginnings of like a gust front or an outflow boundary on the leading edge of the storm. The storm's starting to overall get like heavier precipitation, and just overall what's under the storm is becoming more rain wrapped. So that might be why it's starting to be harder to see lightning. Also, lightning just might not be occurring as much on the outskirts of the storm either. Okay, so I think we got like 9 minutes left on this. It says it's moving east at 25, but like it does not look it. So I'm wondering, you can definitely see that cloud layer on the camera. Is that the leading edge of this? I think it might be. Again, it's really hard to tell with how big the storm is, because like you can't even see the structure behind it anymore. It's just a wall of gray. Like even if I go out and try and get a better look outside, I can't see any structure anymore, like past that initial line of clouds. Our windows were down. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get inside.